Hey guys, and welcome back to the AC Test Kitchen. Today we're going to make cornbread. So today we're going to make cornbread. We're going to do a little bit of a play. We're going to do it in a cast iron skillet. Primarily because I really like that nice crispy bottom. I think it's a great texture to add to like a moist flaky cornbread. So for this recipe, you're going to need cornmeal, flour, salt, baking powder, honey, buttermilk, 2 eggs, butter, and then we're going to at the end make a Sriracha honey butter just to put on the top to make it a little bit more interesting. You don't need to do Sriracha. You don't need to flavor your butter. You could get crazy with flavoring the butter. It's just another like layer of flavor that you can add on top of your cornbread to make it all your very own. So without any further ado, let's make some cornbread. So there's a couple of tricks to the trade with cornbread. The first one is that you are going to take your cornmeal and you're going to add your buttermilk to your cornmeal. And you're going to give that a stir. And then you're going to leave this alone for 10 minutes so that you're really letting the cornmeal absorb some of that nice buttermilk. And that will make all of the difference in the world with your cornbread. While that's soaking, we're going to take our white flour and we're going to add our baking powder and our salt. And we're just going to whisk this together, just so that it's nice and combined. So while that's soaking, we're going to make the compound butter and just set that aside until the cornbread is cooked. But here I have about a half a stick of butter to about almost a tablespoon of honey and almost a tablespoon of Sriracha. And we're just going to combine these together and add just a little bit of salt to this party to round out some of that flavor. Obviously, I'm using unsalted butter for this so that we can really tweak the flavors to our tastes. So a bit on the honey that we're using. This is called Backyard Buzz, and it is made by our next door neighbor who has some awesome beehives in his yard, and every year he harvests honey and kindly drops it off to us. So thank you for that. So our cornmeal has been sitting in the buttermilk for 10 minutes. So we're going to take that and we're going to add melted and cooled butter, which is now solid. And we are going to add our honey. To the cornmeal. We're going to whisk that together. Until it's nice and combined. And then you are going to take 2 eggs, beaten. You're going to pour that into your cornmeal. Mix until combined, and this you really want to give a good mix to just to make sure everything's nice and incorporated. And when it is, you're going to take your flour, baking powder, and salt that you had sifted together, and you're going to add the cornmeal mixture to that mixture. And you're going to mix this until it's just incorporated, until the flour is just incorporated. So right as you're ready to bake, you're going to pull your skillet that has been heating out of the oven. You're going to add some vegetable oil, about a tablespoon. And just make sure that that gets nice and coated. Up the sides, and obviously be careful, your pan is very hot. It's mostly a reminder for myself and not for you guys. And then you're going to pour off the excess oil. And then we're going to add our batter. You'll hear a nice sizzle as that batter starts to cook when it hits the hot pan and the oil. And then we're going to throw that back in the oven for about 18 to 23 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is, but you want a toothpick or a cake tester to come out clean. Oh yeah, look at that guy. And you can slice this into any configuration that you want. You could do square chunks, but I like these nice triangle pieces. Look at all that nice steam. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna take my Sriracha with butter, probably more accurate. Spread that on top. Then, I'm gonna eat some of this carefully. Addison Choate cornbread with honey, sriracha, butter. Have fun customizing this one, guys.